said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, a participant from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're going to test the right side with this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line on this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fussy. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Aggies headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Caught near the sticks. It's Concepcion. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Looking to fire. Release to the back. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. He's going to let it go. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass, but up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. They did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
The official says no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And runs through another guy. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Fafita. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Utah is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Utes fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Finds the tight end. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finds his man. It's Bussy. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Reed. Punts it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is irrelevant.
Turning it on. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Gonna run it. It's Owens. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. This is a designed run. Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught close to the marker, it's Finley. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A&M comes back out with another first down. Back to pass, it's Reed. Finds his big tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Turner. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Got the quick pass. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Green. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Fafita. This time he's got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. LSU quick to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the...
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Tigers have it with a first and goal. They'll go to the air. Back's got it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. The go-ahead touchdown called back after the flag, and this offense going to have to regroup quickly. So close to cashing it in for this offense. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Wants to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to throw. It's Fafita. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Made another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. A quick pass to the left. Runs through a tackle. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game-type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it. Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, LSU. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Bussey. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Pocket breaking down. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Buys a little extra time. Sails one into the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The run from the shotgun. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Reed. Lines his back in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Here's a hit. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. LSU lining up 1st and goal. Try to get it in with the run. Max going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pulls it in. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And an early completion for this dude, but you'll see a lot of that. I mean, he's been unreal this season, like spreading the football around, multiple guys. Every game you look up, he's putting up huge numbers. This offense is built around his ability to throw the football, and that's why he's one of the best in all of college football.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. And if he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Quick completion on the out. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. They'll line up for a second down play. He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John football?
Man, John football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Aggies. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Nevada. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Dropping back, it's Fafita. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He unleashes a long one. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Makes the catch. It's Durham. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Handoff to the single back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Anderson. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay. 35.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Let this Aggie quarterback keep picking up yardage with his feet, and all the Aggies will be swaying back and forth.
And it's such a great fan base. I mean, they love their team. They cheer for them. And when the offense is fun and high-flying, and you got a guy dealing at the quarterback spot, they really go nuts.
To the air, it's Reed. Grab near the marker, it's Armstrong. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback adapted. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Crosses the 40. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Western Michigan is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 24 over Ball State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Finds his man in the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Steps away. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Catch in the middle. It's Craver.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Takes a handoff. It's Owens. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Craver. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And they'll take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. I'm not sure anyone saw that coming. Not that this team couldn't lose, but the way they lost. And I think they've got some soul-searching to do now, guys.
I think they've got some soul-searching. I think a lot of fans, including myself, I don't know about you, David, scratching my head a little bit because normally I would tell you, well, the #1 team loses, they're still in the college football playoff hunt. But after that loss, I'm questioning whether they can even win their own conference. They got smacked around today.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters. Like in the committee's eyes, we always see like a convincing loss like this, a beatdown. Like this is not a good thing on your resume. A lot of time it ends up being an anchor that will keep you out of that spot. Still a good team. Still a lot of time to do some great things in front of them. Today was a disappointing day.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.